Basim ibn Ishaq, are you ready to leave your life behind and walk the path of shadows?
So, Assassin's Creed Mirage is eventually out and I've got my hands on it, and in today's video I'm going to speak about my first impressions as someone who's played all of the previous main titles from the original 2007 Assassin's Creed to Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Except Rogue, I never played that one. Just didn't feel like it, I don't know. But before that, there are two disclaimers I need to state. Number one, as I said, these are only my first impressions. What I've seen in the first few hours of the game. I have played like 7-8 hours perhaps, and I'm going to talk about what I've witnessed during which time. And number two, these are only my personal opinions, okay? I could be wrong or right. It's just the way I think. I don't want to fight over these points in the comments. So I hope you stay tuned and watch today's video, and I hope it's helpful if you're on the fence about purchasing the game. Generally speaking, Assassin's Creed Mirage is an above average game based on my opinion. But is it that game Ubisoft had promised the old fans to fulfill their urges and desires? Is that a return to the roots that Ubisoft promised about? That's debatable in my opinion. As you probably know, Assassin's Creed Mirage was supposed to be an expansion for Assassin's Creed Valhalla. But Ubisoft was like, hey, you know what? Why not we just sell it as a standalone game and make $50 of it? It's cool. Also, we can fulfill the gap in the main titles and shut the old fans' mouths. It's win-win. But did the game actually do so? You know, Assassin's Creed Mirage is a combination between Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla. They've taken ready assets from those games, and you barely see something new in the game. What used to be a problem still remains a problem, if it's not even worsened. There are some really shallow elements added to the game just to dress it, you know, but the core of the gameplay is still Valhalla, and many of the promises Ubisoft made was just marketing. Story has got pivotal plot holes. There are information that you never get. Take a look at this.
Hey, the boy.
You need something stolen? I am your man. Durwish can attest. He has given me all your contracts.
Then you have done your part.
I can do more.
2 of my best men died in this pursuit. I doubt a street thief would fare much better.
Then let me join you. You have 2 openings.
You see this early in the game, but you never get any information regarding why Basim's so desperate for joining them. What's their reputation and why they keep rejecting him? Even his friend keeps asking him, why do you embarrass yourself by begging like this? And the response Basim gives her is quite shallow. I mean, I don't buy it. What? Why would you just... why? Now, I'm trying to keep the video spoiler free, but there are points that everything happens so fast. I mean, you know, everybody was complaining about Assassin's Creed Valhalla being too long and repetitive, and they have probably tried to avoid it. But in order to do that, they've sacrificed main story point of Mirage. You blink and Basim's in an assassin's robe. And you blink and you watch a pre-rendered 30 FPS cutscene, and Basim has become a capable assassin. Things just are fast forwarded. Probably to cut to the chase and give you the Assassin's Creed gameplay and unlocking tools and stuff, but you just don't get hooked. There's something lacking. The story is low effort, and there's no current time, no modern work. And moving to parkour, what are the key terms Ubisoft maneuvered on when marketing Assassin's Creed Mirage? I would really like to have a debate with one of Ubisoft's people. Sit behind a desk and ask him, what new elements have you added to the parkour? Except those wooden columns, you grab them. What's new? It's basically Valhalla, but in an urban environment. They have made narrow alleys, they have placed woods everywhere, so you can jump on them. You can turn on the corners, you can use ropes, but that's it. Nothing's new, no new animation, no new feature, nothing eye-catching, nothing respectable. Honestly, the parkour is basically the same as the 3 last games. Moving to level designs and user interface and everything, it's basically Valhalla. It's just dressed in a different way to look different, but it's the same system the last 2-3 games were developed with. Finding clues to reveal the identity of people, loads and loads of fetch quests, finding a key for a nearby locked door, some contracts added to the game, which is the same as those ones in the Valhalla but in a different way. It's just on the board in the bureau. Having optional incentive rewards, all the same. The same repetitive thing we had in Valhalla and made it tedious. It's still going on here, but in Baghdad, a Middle Eastern city. And about the most important location, the assassin's main place, central place. They give no information about it. You just play with Basim for a few minutes in there, and you get your robes in a cutscene and get back to Baghdad. And they never even mention Alamut is in today's Iran, old days Persia, in a city called Qazvin. And they give you no information. It's like Alamut is close to Baghdad, but no, there are months of travel with old days travel ways. And moving on to one of my personal problems with the last 3 titles, Valhalla, Odyssey and Origins, mostly Odyssey and Valhalla, there are horrendous face animations and lip syncs. I mean, voiceovers are kind of bad. They are not good in any manner. They're usually bad in those games, but still kind of acceptable. But face animations, god damn it. Take a look at these 2 clips, please.
Basim, avert your eyes. There is nothing we could have done.
Nothing! If the Khalifa were alive, this would not have happened!
Watch where you point your blamey little finger, Basim. It was your idea to steal from the palace. Also that you can impress your cunning friends. I say...
Pale boy.
You need something stolen? I am your man. Derwish can attest. He has given me all your contracts.
Then you have done your part.
I can do more.
2 of my best men died in this pursuit. I doubt a street thief would fare much better.
Then let me join you. You have 2 openings.
Those head and hand movements, those animations, those lip syncs, those voiceovers. Honestly, it just doesn't catch. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but it's horrible. And there are many elements that are not working the way they should be working. The Assassin's Creed Mirage got a title update before its worldwide release date. I mean, last night I was waiting for it to release. It got 4 GB of update before the release time because there were glitches that they needed to fix. So why did they release it sooner than the planned time? I ran face to face with 2 guards with the 2nd level of notoriety and they didn't even get suspicious. Nothing. I was surprised myself. I'm not sure if it's just me, but I feel like even the graphics have been downgraded. I'm playing on 1440p and on ultra high quality with Nvidia DLSS on, and I'm getting around 100 to 110 FPS. But the game's not looking as good as Odyssey or Valhalla. I don't know. Textures, the city, everything, it seems like it's downgraded. The shadows are not as good. Something's lacking here. And lastly, glitches. There are still so many minor but annoying glitches everywhere you look. Even from the robes, even from the world, even from the graphical aspects, many things are glitched. Especially when you're doing parkour and trying to move freely and you can't do this smoothly. It's really getting into your mind. Well, anyway, these are my first impressions of the game in the few first hours. I hope I start enjoying it more and I hope my mind's changed in the future. But for now, I think the Assassin's Creed Mirage is not as good as it was promised. And don't get me wrong, it's not a bad game. It's definitely entertaining, it's above average. but for an old school Assassin's Creed fan like myself, I was expecting more. So when I play more, I'm going to release another video and talk more about this. But for now, that's it. And I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe and like. Also share the video with your friends. See you later, guys. Goodbye.